All right, so we're back, picking up roughly where we left off. Let's do it.
Ah, there you are. You're just in time to welcome our guest.
Oh, hi, Emic Selk.
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon? Lest you forget, I made you a promise. I have no intention of meddling with your mission. I come only to observe. Your exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity. Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon? Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words, I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
So petty. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Wage your war against the Sin Eaters, put each and every Light Warden to the sword. Prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies. Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth.
Meaning?
Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs. And thus did the olive branch wither and die. Pity. Well, let no man say I did not try, futile as it was. Though I suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes. Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the eternal are privy. For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
What was that all about?
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips. Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
he simply meant to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did. It goes without saying that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question. But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
Then let us discuss the Sin Eaters. I would begin by thanking you all for your efforts thus far. In striking down the Light Wardens of Lakeland and Ilmeg, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Armarang, and Raktika remain.
Indeed, and their precise whereabouts are as yet unknown. Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
I'll take Armarang in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Yulmore that may prove useful.
Then I would ask that you journey to Raktika. There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Urianger used to talk about?
That's right, though we haven't spoken much since she left for the forest.
I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with me. You have visited her, have you not? Might I trouble you to...
'Twould be no trouble.
My thanks. While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
What's that?
A missive from Lord Vorthry. He invites me to join him in Yulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Lida Luram.
And? Did he even bother to offer any bait? It's obviously a trap.
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged. Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take. Master Alphino, might I impose upon you to accompany me to Yulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance?
Of course.
Then let us make ready. Safe travels to you all.
Before you leave, I would make a request of you. There is a church, rather, the ruins of a church, at Fort Job. Might I ask you to go there before you seeking out Y'shtola? It's a place where people once gathered to worship the light. Alas, it was long since fallen into disuse. Yet, within the hall, there remains a tablet whose writings I believe may prove of use to Y'shtola. At the very least, such a relic would be a suitable gift for your reunion. A most considerate proposal. Very well. Ere we depart to Raktika, we shall journey into Fort Job, that we might secure this relic. Here amidst these ruins we will find the Church of the First Light, and within that hollowed hall the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites served not as man's final bastion, but a testament to its ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. I wonder if that's also the chapel we found in Ilmeg. Alas, the flood and its exonerable tides would drown nigh everyone, and did all but put an end to the religion as a whole. For the creatures which then did rise from the fulgent deluge were seen as agents of divine punishment, sent to devour sin and sinner both, whence came the name, Sin Eater. People were lost, seemingly forsaken by their god. Yet, there where there is light, there hath ever been shade, and 'twas in the dark they sought solace. The most devout of these worshippers of shadow did then mitigate to the Raktika great wood, but that is a tale for another time. For now, let us find what remaineth of the chapel here. I wonder if the chapel's the... Oh, they're literally saying ruins of a chapel. Yep, there it is. Huh. Aye, this is indeed the Church of Light. It's surprisingly intact, yeah, I was gonna say. What little left of the churches I've seen until now has always been born of scars of decades of disuse. Its subterranean construction hath done much to protect the hall from the ravages of time, yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. What is that? A faith in the light, as faith in the light did reign, so rose reverence for the darkness, and its followers did want for places for worship. To be plain, the standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built them, but to the worshippers of dark, the knights blessed, who subsequently migrated to Raktitas. Indeed, 'twas beneath the shaded boughs of the great wood that they finally found sanctuary. Often, many times, did Yulmore make spurious overtures of friendship into them, but they are no fools. Okay. The exarch knoweth full well that Y'shtola, in her seclusion, doth labor to learn all that she may of the blessed and their past. 'Tis why he sent us here, I now see. The tablet of which he spoke, no doubt, provideth a glimpse into the history that she so yearneth to comprehend. Well then, we better hurry up and find it. Can anyone tell me what this infernal tablet even looks like? Were the tablet a fragment of Holy Scripture, 'twould most assuredly rest here on the altar, this yet this would, I presume, also have been where the blessed place the font of seeing used in their practice of their faith. Whither, then, would they have set the tablet? Ah! I can barely see my hand in front of the place. If only if a torch were a little closer. Ah! I'm so used to left clicking on things. Wait a minute. I don't know where I'm Oh, found it. Within the altar, you sayest. Thou sayest. Naught escapeth thine eye. 'Twould seem this is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious, these engravings predate the Night Blessed. If I am not mistaken, they are writ in the script of the ancient empire of Ronka, whose capital once stood in the midst of what is now Raktika. 'Twill be no small matter to decipher them. A fine gift for our seeker of truth. 'Tis plain the exarch understoodeth Yushtula only too well. But come, let us quit this place and make ready for our journey into the woods. Ere we depart, there's a custom of the Night's Blessed which I feel compelled to elucidate. As one might expect, they deemed light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus they do take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is the belief that the blessed that one's own name must ne'er be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of others. Thus do parents protect their children, and in rare cases masters their disciples. So it is that Y'shtola hath taken the name Master Matoya, lest we offend them. I bid you not speak her true name in the blessed presence. Now that makes more sense in the opening. I was like, why is Ryanje calling her why is Ryanje calling Y'shtola Master Matoya? Now that makes so much more sense. With that in mind, let us speak with the guard that keeps vigil at the greater woods border. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? Yes, of course, right away. No, right this way. Well, here we go. New zone.
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow. And so he braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder.
Okay, I love this.
To which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
We have arrived. Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
Really, Emmett?
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule! Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Wow.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows? Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
No, I think not. I am an observer. Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
His planar Ascian counterpart meaneth to follow wherever so we lead. Were it otherwise, he would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily, I prevedeth. Pervadeth. It pervadeth every corner. And so long as the Light Warden remaineth, the Sin Eaters shall be free to prey upon these lands without surcease? If not is done, 'tis a matter of time before the blessed succumb. 2 years past, a swarm of Sin Eaters did lay waste unto their largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in doing so. Though some few did survive, they know not how to go on, wayward souls in want of a guiding hand. For mercy, Ishtola provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and hither shall we bend our steps to Fort Gone. Gone. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I should probably see if I can get to a crystal first. If there is one. Please tell me there's an aetheryte crystal, like, right here. Nope, it's not going to be right here, but it's going to be nearby. Let's fight the tomato. Oh, that thing's terrifying. I don't like it. It's a potted plant. We literally fighting a potted plant. I just realized my character actually yells. Okay, and we're still going, and oh. Let's go be a... Let's be a monk. Not gonna lie, that was a very large, gap between the loop of the track. Wow. Oh, jeez.
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction. Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Now! Surround them! These senators, they're not like the others.
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
It's a Sin Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
Paranoid much?
Perhaps they speak the truth.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives. You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me.
Oh, that's funny.
And so, I retire to the shade. Good luck.
Of course he would.
There! Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
Enough. Runard, report.
Master Matoya! We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company. The one I know not. There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
Is she blind,
My
like
apologies,
officially?
Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though he is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but 2 Light Wardens have already perished by his most puissant hand.
It cannot be.
Master Matoya?
Lower your weapons. Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
Okay, so if I'm right, Stola only sees in like, what is it? In like aether currents? Because she was blinded at one point, but I didn't think she was like blind. Jeez. You've been busy since arriving in the First, I gather, but I would hear the tale of your travails in more suitable surroundings. With Fort Go yet to be rebuilt, the Night Blessed have made their home in a settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate and you will find me soon enough. Not gonna lie, it kind of has a bit of a Gridania feel to this place. If I read the thing right on this location is essentially the first version of Gridania. No. I think I will end it here soon when I get close enough to Ishtola's location. Let me go. Oh, I am a monk. Okay. I can do this. Let's at least get back on the path. So there should be one nearby here. I'm gonna try and get all the ether locations first. So it's in the direction. Okay. We'll meet up Ishtola and hopefully get to a gate. Or get to an... Wow, get to a gate? Get to an aether current, or find the aether currents off it. There you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the 12 Woods, yep, this forest has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. Yeah, but I digress. Let me show you the home of the Night Blessed, which I think is going to take us into... Whoa, hold up. Oh, that's crazy. So there's wind right now in my ears, and I go in a cave and there's nothing. Alright, we will chat with Ishtola.
Sliverbow is the largest of the blessed settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood. I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are a simple people. Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come. I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika. In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own. My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I've come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape. Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet, I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Ishtola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd. But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
Ouch.
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
I am not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. I can but imagine how Alize and Alphino have changed since arriving here in the first. I realize I am not as I was on the source, but I cannot say I regret the decision that allows me to come this far. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering the tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should look around Slitherbow. If there's anything you need, pray speak to Runnar at the plaza. Okay. And we will end it here. Thanks for coming out. As usual, be good to yourself, be good to others, stay true to you. And at some point I'm going to start streaming again when I actually think about it. But yeah. But thanks for coming out. Laters.
Can you feel it wrapped around your soul?